Now that you've learned what noise is and how it affects your classroom, let's talk about what you can do to decrease that unwanted noise in your room. First, you want to identify and address the different noise sources in the room. Let's think of a couple areas of the room that can create noise. When I was in my classroom, chairs and tables were always being pushed around, causing noise. I think we have all seen the tennis balls on the desks, tables, and chairs, right? I used to think they were just so we didn't scratch the floors. They aren't solely for the fact of preventing your floors, but they help from adding unwanted noise when you push them across the floor. I also mentioned that flat, shiny objects are a great source for reverberation, which remember is something we don't want. To treat your classroom, you will want to have several area rugs to allow sound to absorb into these rather than reflect off your floors. In modern classrooms and lecture halls, there are acoustic tiles on the walls to absorb these sounds. This isn't the most practical advice for me to give you as a teacher working in an old school that has poor acoustics. My advice to you is go to a hardware store where you can pick up carpet samples and create your own acoustic tiles. I've seen where teachers have used carpet samples to create an acoustic tile as a reading corner in the room. That's what the picture is on this page, is several different carpet squares that are kind of thick so it can absorb that sound, and they made it into a reading nook. Additionally, share that work that you're giving those students. When you put the paperwork on the wall, it breaks up the flat surface, allowing sound to be absorbed more. I know teachers love to hang up their students' work, but did you actually know this helps with the echo? So keep up the work and decorate those walls. Now that we've talked briefly about what to add to your classroom to help lower the level of noise, let's focus on how to better the signal, your voice, for students. Increasing the level of your voice isn't going to help for them to understand better. Actually, causing more strain on your voice produces a poor quality of sound, in turn creating a lower SNR. To improve the quality and increase the loudness of the sound, you can use a sound field amplification. Or this is just like a speaker for your classroom that produces a better signal for all students to hear in the room. The downside of the sound field, if you have poor reverberation and you haven't treated your room, then it will create a stronger echo. Lastly, we need to advocate for better acoustic standards in our buildings. Continue to increase the awareness of classroom acoustic and noise. Let others know what it is and how it affects our students' learning. This will help the future buildings and potentially get some accommodations for our rooms in the buildings that we have now. That is all that I have for you about classroom acoustics, and I would like to thank you for listening to my piece. I encourage you to spread the word to other educators. The main goal for this resource is to advocate for change to better classroom environments for students. I hope you all enjoyed.